Mont Tremblant. This applies to winter because in summer it's way easier. In summer you just park on this parking lot number 1. It won't be full and you have easy access to the pedestrian village. Now in winter, especially on the weekend or when the weather is good, you come to parking number 1 and even right here, before you turn to parking number 1, you will see the sign parking full. Or when you reach parking 1, most likely it can be full. Parking number 2 is your second choice, but most likely or oftentimes it's also full. Why parking 1 is the best? Because here you have direct access to the free lift, which brings you on top of the pedestrian village. Parking number 2, you will have to walk quite some, I would say, maybe, I don't know, 500 feet or more. And you still have access to the lift. What do you do in this situation when these two parkings are full? There is a shuttle bus which goes from here, from this place, here down the road, this way. It stops at parking number 6. This is parking number 6. Then goes down this road and reaches parking number 3. You can see it on this map, parking number 3. So if parking number 1, parking number 2 are closed, you park your car either here, parking 6, or if it is also full, which happens, you park at parking number 3. Then you catch the shuttle bus. Here it'll be its final stop, and here it just stops to pick up passengers and to drop off people, and then it goes here, and here will be stop where you need to get off the bus. That's the final destination of the bus, and you have access to the lift. Now, what happens if you need to park overnight? Well, many hotels, they would have their parkings, but they are not free. By the way, parking number 1, parking number 2, 3, and 6, they're all free. Because if you choose to pay, you may have possibility to park here. Parking 10, parking 9, parking 11, parking 8. We're talking about free options. So, hotels charge quite ridiculous money for parking. For example, Fairmont charges $42 per night. When you go to the official site of Mont Tremblant, you can read overnight parking for other vehicles except of RVs. In the exception of lodging guests whose hotel parking lots are full, overnight parking is not permitted. So, officially, no overnight parking for free. But when you go, for example, I went to the receptionist in the hotel and asked, where do I park free? They said parking number 1. So it looks like officially it's not allowed. In practice, you can park on parking number 1, public parking lot. And it's not, this rule is not enforced. Like I parked for 3 nights over here, parking number 1, direct access to the lift, no problems. Like overnight parking is allowed. So, for example, you come during the day, on the weekend, you park, you go to your hotel, you drop off your luggage, then you go and park on parking number 3, come back on the bus, go ski or snowboard. Then in the evening, when the parking lot number 1 is not crowded, you go by shuttle bus, pick up your car from parking number 3, come to parking number 1, park overnight. Hope this clarifies the situation with parking in Mont Tremblant.